What up, everybody? It's E here. Thank you for joining me at Prison Culture. So a little bit about me. I'm formerly incarcerated. I've been home for almost 2 years now, and I've always been very interested in learning about cultures. Me going inside prison was definitely a culture shock. It's something that I learned a lot from, and it's something that I think is very important for a lot of people out here. When I say out here, I mean not incarcerated. I think it's very important for people to learn about the culture of inside the prison walls, because I think it's something that people have little to no knowledge of, and two, I think it's something that people speak about a lot, right? I think people talk about politically with mass incarceration and who should be locked up and who shouldn't, and there's a lot of other things that come into play there with race and social status. So I think it's something that people are ill-informed about, and it's something that's also very hard to tap into, right? So if you want to learn about another culture, the best way to do that is, we would say in culture anthropology, participant observation, where you actually go there and live there, right? And now if you want to do that in another culture in another part of the world, you can go do that. And if not, you could try to learn as much as you can. You can watch videos, you can read books, you can call someone right now, video chat another side of the world and pick their brain, right? But no one's really lining up to go inside prison and really dive into what it's like day to day inside. So I think being my unique experience in there, especially, a little bit about me, I'm from the suburbs. Prison was something I didn't know that much about before going in. And when I was in there, I'll never forget, I met another dude in there who told me that when he went home, he was gonna forget about the whole experience inside. He was gonna never talk about it to anyone, never tell anyone, try to pretend it never happened. And I think for me, that was the moment where I realized that what I want is the complete opposite of that. I want to keep it with me. It was a very unique, life-changing experience, and it's something I'll never forget, even if I try. But it's something that I incorporate in my daily life still today. I work with an organization, try to help people bring higher education to people who are currently and formerly incarcerated. And I probably see and work with people who are currently or formerly incarcerated on a daily basis. So let's get to today's topic, which is very relevant in the world today. I want to talk about COVID-19 and quarantine, because I've been hearing a lot of people out here talk about how being on a quarantine, self-isolating, social distancing is somehow equivalent to being incarcerated. And before I dive in, my goal in this is not to attack people. It's really just to bring some knowledge and understanding to the situation. So without attacking everyone, I just want to let you guys know that it's very different. Being out here in the comfort of your home, safe on quarantine, is much different than being incarcerated. So to dive in, the first thing I want to talk about, the overarching ideology behind quarantine is for our safety, right, out here. So we're under quarantine so we can be away from people, so we can have a greater chance of not contracting the virus and also spreading it, right? It's for your safety, it's for your livelihood, to stay alive, you, your family, and everyone. Now in prison, you are forced to be inside the prison walls without the ability to quarantine for your safety, right? So you have the inability to social distance, self-isolate, to quarantine from other people, because you're trapped in there. You might be in a dorm. There's a good chance there's someone sleeping right next to you at arm's length on each side. Even if you're in your own cell or you have a bunkie, you still have all these guards coming in and out, all the staff. Every 8 hours there's people coming in and out of prison with or without the virus, and once it gets in there, there's no ability to leave. So just to let you guys know, I know it's an adjustment, because we as humans, we like to be comfortable, we have a routine. I know it's a big adjustment for everyone. But I just want to let you guys know that we are in quarantine for our own safety, versus people who are incarcerated have the inability to stay away from people. They are forced to be around people, and they have the inability to self-quarantine. So the next thing I want to talk about is, I want everyone to look in their room right now. If you're in a room or you're in an apartment or you're in a house, just look at that doorknob and you can see the lock from the inside, right? You guys can open your door whenever you want. You have the control to open it, keep it closed, lock, unlock, right? You can open the door. On most parts of the country right now, not everywhere, but a lot of parts, you can still go outside, go for a walk. But just the ability to open the door is the power that you have, right? So when you're incarcerated, the lock is from the outside. You don't have the keys. That is not your freedom to open the door and look outside and do as you please. So That is another huge difference. So the theme here is realizing the freedoms that you still do have when you're out here, just in comparison to those people who are inside who don't have these freedoms. So along those lines, you guys are you guys are using the internet right now, right? You're on your phone, you're on your tablet, you're on your TV, watching this. You guys have the comforts of your own home. You might be on your couch, comfortable. You got Wi-Fi, you got internet, watch movies, go food shopping, right? In prison, I don't even know if I don't think all prisons are getting canteen right now, which is the little bit of food you have besides the stuff they feed. So just think of all the things you can do, right? You could be learning another language right now. I have a roommate who's video conferencing with people on the other side of the world trying to learn another language. You guys have a lot of capabilities that you can do with this time for entertainment, but also for learning and for fun, right? So that's a big difference from people who are incarcerated, who are either in a dorm or in a little ass cell where they have a toilet, a bed, maybe some books, and a couple people to talk to who may or may not have the virus and may or not be spreading it. But even the little things you have in prison, such as visits, are, to my knowledge, mostly cut off. Even going to the rec yard to get a little fresh air, or the gym to play ball, work out, most of those things are cut off from what I've heard from people on the inside, especially in this area. So just let you know, you guys have a lot more things to keep you busy, whether it's entertainment value or learning or working, versus people who are inside. Next, another very important issue is your access to medical attention and your ability to keep clean. Now, when you're in prison, now mind you, I'm not inside right now, but when I was inside, the only thing they give you when you're sick or you have any kind of medical issues, you go down to medical and you're going to get Mucinex or you're going to get Tylenol. Those are really the options. If things are bad, there's one in the whole state of New Jersey. There's one wing of a hospital designated for people who are currently incarcerated, and there's guards in there. It's a different part of the hospital. I don't know if they have any respirators in there. I would bet against it. And even if they do, there's not enough beds. I mean, there's going to be thousands of people in prisons in the country, in the world, tens of thousands who are going to get this virus, who are going to die from it, right? They don't have the ability. My bad. This is the first video, a little technical difficulty there. What I was saying was you don't have the ability to get on a phone to call a doctor or go get tested down the street and possibly receive medical care at a hospital. As for cleaning supplies, you cannot go to the store and pick out whatever you want to keep your place clean. You only have what they give you, and that is, for the most part, you're going to get a set amount of cleaning supplies for an entire tier that you have to share with your entire tier with. And you can't just pop your door and go clean whenever you want, as many times a day as you want. You have to share, and most of the time you're only going to be able to do it when it's made available to you. So just keep those things in mind as well. And the last thing I want to talk about, which is not a recommendation, but it's more of the ideology that you have the ability to, out here on quarantine, to break the rules of quarantine, right? So of self-isolating, of social distancing. And like I said, I'm not recommending you do it, but I'm also not here to tell you what to do. I don't like being told what to do. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just letting you know that if you want to go outside and you want to get in your car and drive around, or you want to go to the store, you want to go to a friend's house, family member's house that you're not supposed to, you still have the ability to do it, right? In prison, you do not have the ability to open your door to leave the prison. Those are not even options. So although you shouldn't do it, just the ability to do it is a big deal. That's really all I want to touch on right now. I'm going to have some future episodes coming up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, my goal is to inform you guys, not to attack anyone. So hopefully I was informative. If you guys want to leave some questions, some comments, some suggestions for future episodes, feel free. It's much appreciated. And everybody stay safe out there, all right? Thank you.